I gotta do it. I gotta start ripping into it because if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. All right, so I pulled out the little clip holding here. Pull out the shifting. All right. And I'll have to get something to pull that spring out. I'm pulling out the... Okay, the pump is all greased up and put away. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch out our shifter mechanism. And what we have to do is just unbolt this one here, slide the old one out, and should be good to go. All right, now it's time to reassemble. So first we put the back plate in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of assembly lube in all these holes, just so the springs stay still. Okay, the assembly lube is in. Now I'm gonna grab the new heavy duty springs. All right, so I got the C-clip in. I put all the clutches together and the clip for the clutches. Now I'm gonna lube everything up down there and put the planetary. Okay, so I got the gear set in place. I tossed the belt on. I have a beautiful helper. Their eyes are all red. Now the fun part comes. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing now, so I'm gonna put the phone down, figure it out, and I'll come back. All right, I missed the part, but I put the rear pump, the tail section, and the front pump on. Check the shaft play. There's really hardly any shaft play, which is awesome, 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 awesome. Now we put the manual valve and get that all ready to go. Okay, so first part of the manual valve, we're going to have to put on the new filter and make sure everything is tight. Okay, so the first part of the manual valve is the extension plate for the filter. So I believe it just sits there like so. The filter goes on top and this faces the bottom. So I'm gonna get started assembling the valve body. All right, so I skipped ahead a few steps. Reason being, because I had no idea really how to put this back together. So I wasn't really focused on filming. Pickup tube is in, nice and solid. The extension for the filter's on, nice and solid. Trans brake is on, and all this contraption, the spring goes in here. It's actually pretty simple once you play around with it. It's just to figure out the configuration is the main thing. But it's all good in the hood. Now I am going to get my pan on, and then I'll throw some shields on. So here we go with the shield. It looks like it's gonna be fun to put on. One of the mounts gonna come down here, 2 on the servo, and 2 in the back. I'm gonna get playing at that. Well, there you go. I think I'm gonna have to paint my dipstick case, but for now, pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Get a bag and cover that up for tomorrow, and then on to stripping the Mustang. And that's that. Transmission is all together. I just have to paint the tube for the dipstick, but other than that, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Hopefully I put it together right. We'll find out, I guess, whenever we put it in the car and drive it. So today is the day we start stripping down the drivetrain. No more talking, let's get right to it. Okay, so here we go with the original 2.3 liter. It is gone. Gonna pop this hood off first, just to get it out of the way. Then we'll probably jack the car up and get to the drive shaft. Okie dokie, change of plans. I am going to start ripping apart some of the engine stuff first. I got the airbox off of this mess. I'm leading the way. We've got a freaking curve. Oh my gosh, Tristan, it goes left and right. The throttle body, and I took a few of the heater hoses off and started to loosen up a few other things because I am waiting on a couple more jack stands to get the car jacked up. For now, I'm gonna get to some more pulling off these wires. If you hear in the background, yeah. that's what's going on. Okay, so I peeled out the battery. There's a lot of crap in this side. A lot of crap. So let's get to it. Running on out of fluid. Come on now. Yeah. That's where we're at now. Trying to be as nice as possible taking out the wiring harness. I'd like to save it for the next person that's going to use this motor.
5 minutes later.
I do not give a about the next person. So don't frustrate me, engine, because I will cut you up.
I will cut you! I will cut you! Don't make me cut you!
So I had started to film and it wasn't recording. Long story short, the exhaust is off, minus a section in the back and the drive shaft. The two wiring harnesses are separated and I'll get access from the inside tomorrow and get going on pulling that completely out. Nasty. Okay, so engine bay is coming along, but I think it's going to be time now to take off the fenders and the front bumper and set it aside, just so I don't scratch and break anything more than it is. Well, as you can see, I got a little bit further. Well, you guys weren't with me. Reason being, it's just hard moving you guys around to get you in position. But this is where we're at. Couple bolts and we could pull the motor out. The engine mounts and the tranny mount, and that's it. So I'm gonna get to that now before it gets too hot. It's really hot out, so stay tuned. Motor is out, gone, sitting on the trailer on the side of the house, waiting for somebody to come pick it up. And now I am in cleanup mode. There was some spilling, not a whole lot, but a little bit. But look at inside this engine bay. What a mess, dang. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is pull the car out, give it a little spray down, blow off all the grease and dirt and crap, and then put it back away. All right, so now that everything is cleaned off, what I'm going to do is straighten up a couple of little things that were dented up. As you can see right here, little piece here, and get this more of a flat line and remove that garbage. All right, so this one is pretty well, it looks all scuffed up, but it's actually pretty smooth. What I started to do now is remove everything from the firewall, and I'm going to pull out the sway bar, pull out all the wiring. I have the front wiring for the headlights gone because we're running the full painless wiring. So everything that I can peel off this engine bay is what I'm going to peel off right now. There you go. All the wiring's out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting things that I don't need. Sway bar, brackets. We're going to cut this bumper off. We'll get a smaller bumper bent up. Then we'll start grinding, cleaning everything up, getting ready for weld. All right, so this is where I'm at now. I'm chasing some garbage here. I'm gonna clean that all up, and I'm gonna go get myself some sheet metal, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I guess we'll wing it and go from there. Okay, so I've made a bit of a decision here. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to follow the contour here and either come to an end on about this line, or I'm going to take it right across to the front of the frame rail. If I follow this line, I am going to box in the frame rail anyhow. So I'm going to get some grinding going. This is where we're at. There is a bit of a contour to the panel. I gotta cut it at the top to fit that angle. We'll see what it looks like when it's done. The intention is to tube the front, but for now I needed something to fit in there to clean it up a bit. Once it's all ground down, sealed and body filled, it might look okay. But for now, I'm gonna get to cutting the top and go from there. Yeah. Started on this side, started on the firewall, got a skim of body fill. You know what? Let's get rid of this front end.